What's good, people? You know what time it is. It is time for another episode of Soul Food Sneaker Talk with your solely Trinity, sorta. We're missing one. You see him in the chat right now. He's working while he's working. We're going to go through and get the introductions, man. I first want to go ahead and introduce our esteemed guests. We're going to start with V, the lady who has the most with the most. Say what's up to the people, V.
What's going on, everybody? It's V's Kicks. No AKAs this way.
Damn. She been stunning on me the whole pre-show. She ain't said, fuck your AKAs. All right.
I told you, that's what happens when you get Yeezys all the time. You know what I'm saying? You're allowed to do what you want whenever you want. You know what I'm saying?
Damn, man. Go ahead and let the people know where your channel is on YouTube and your Instagrams and all that good stuff, please.
All right. YouTube channel is V's Kicks. You can follow me on Instagram at V_low, LOW.
That's what's up. Along with her, we see the man that y'all seen before with the fire flame hat on. Cadillac Jackson, say what's up to the people, bro.
What is good, people? It's your boy Cadillac Jackson, also known as Gerald Levert's long lost son, back in the building. You can find me on Instagram at Cadillac_Jackson and on YouTube, same name. Let's get into it. Ready to go.
And y'all know who it is, man. Let's go ahead and get OGs. OG, speak to the people, man. I see you on location. We got our reporter in the field. OG, the presidential one, is doing the field work today.
You know, we always got to do something crazy and from a different place. So I'm actually walking down the street in Melrose. I'm right outside of round 2. I'm missing today because I'm traveling for work, but we actually finished early. So I'm going to go in here and try to see if I can y'all see that in the background? Y'all see that?
It looks like money in the background. That's what I see.
Looks like money in the background.
Yeah, it looks expensive. You look like where it's a lot of, it ain't no loose stones or cracks in the sidewalk.
Like a Hello Kitty store in back of you.
Oh, wait a minute. There it is, right there.
There it is. Okay.
In the background? But no, I just wanted to keep I wanted to keep my streak alive. I didn't want to not be on the show, so I can bail out now, and I can say that I've been on every show so far. So even though I'm missing, I appreciate y'all holding me down. So I'm gonna jump off in the chat, but I just wanted to say what's up to everybody. And you know, if it's Wednesday, it's Soul Food Sneaker Talk. It's your boy OG Sneakers, and I got to spend some money. Dabs, you can send me some PayPal.
Yo, I'm telling you, bro. If there's something dope there, just hit me on the text or hit me on the whatever. You know what I'm saying? You can even send smoke signals, but it got to be under $100 because right now a brother is struggling. I'm poor.
I got all y'all. Just hit me with the text and tell me what you're looking for, and I'll be off in the chat.
That's what's up, man.
I'm gonna holler at y'all later. Have a great show.
We appreciate you, sir.
Yes, sir. OG.
Appreciate you. We got to hear from Dabs a little bit. Dabs, you want to speak to the people real quick?
Oh man, you know, we just hear another episode number 27. Man, we getting to 50, man. When you hit the 50, it's official now, but it's gonna be doubly official when we hit episode 50. So but now just happy to be here. We got a great discussion for you guys tonight. You know, if we get that sweet tooth is going, then y'all gonna like this show. Dessert for dinner.
Dessert for dinner. Y'all know who I am. I'm your man, Saul Wright, a.k.a. Beer Jedi, a.k.a. Kick Ross, a.k.a. Shoe Rosenhaus, a.k.a. the Sneaker Maharaja, a.k.a. Montel Kictavious Porter, the MVP. We about to do this, man. So if this is your first time tuning in, we talk about sneakers in a dinner menu format. We get into the appetizer, hump day heat, which is about what we picked up for the week, what we wore. We get into the meal, which is the bulk of the conversation, our main topic. Then we get into the dessert, where we talk about the sweet things we're looking forward to. And then we end it with the bill, where we talk about the releases and what we plan on copping and not copping. This week, our topic, as Dabs already pointed out for you, is dessert for dinner. So we will be talking about the sweet releases left for the rest of the year, based on our show we did last week, where we rounded up the first half of the year for the top releases. So make sure y'all check that out if y'all are interested in that. So as we do per normal, usual, how we roll, let's talk about some hump day heat. V, what did you rock today for hump day heat?
Well, y'all might can see it in the back, but I threw on the French Blue 12s for a hot second today.
Hot second. So I love the French Blue 12, man. How many times have you worn those?
This was my 4th time putting them on today.
I ain't mad at that. Cadillac Jackson, I already saw your kicks. Go ahead and release the heat.
Oh, yes. Today was a great day in New York City because I rocked the New York Knicks ones. Why? Because Phil Jackson got fucking fired.
He got what, sir?
He got fucking fired. Oh, I'm sorry. Let me be more polite. They parted ways mutually. So that's what I rocked today.
It was mutual. All right. You're fucking up.
Okay. Nah, he was trying to get fired. I think he was trying to get fired, man. Just fire me, pay me the rest of my ducat so that me and Jeannie Buss can go on this little cruise.
He's still getting what, 24 million?
Yeah, man.
Damn.
He still gets paid
for doing nothing.
That's crazy. You can pay a man with dementia like that.
ruining a franchise. He ruined the franchise and got another 24 million. The deal was what, 50 on the table? 60 on the table?
I think it was like 50, 60 over 5. I think 60 over 5 years, something crazy like that.
It was something crazy. Yeah, 60 over 5 years. It was 12 a year.
Yeah.
Shit. Daz, what did you rock today for Hump Day Heat, sir?
Man, I was lazy. Actually, work been super hectic. So just my little Bengal sandals. I rocked them to take the trash out, and that was it.
That was it. I see you have on the Cavs hat today, sir.
Oh yeah, you know what I'm saying. I don't, my Warriors hat. I may have got a little jelly on it or something like that. So got to get that cleaned up so I can next week again be with my illustrious Golden State Warriors.
We just gonna keep rolling with that story. That's what we're doing. This dude ain't shit. I wore the nylon 12s today. This is the second or third time. What the hell? Second or third time I wore these. I think it's the second time that I wore these today. Clean shoe, man. It's not the most comfortable 12 at all, though.
Now, Jedi and panel, do you think it's a sad thing that we can count on our hands how many times we done worn our sneakers? Is it sad or is it something to be commended? I mean, what's going on with that?
It's sad.
It's sad. I wore this 4 times. I wore this 3 times. I've wore this 7 times. It's crazy.
I wore this to the store. That's it.
Yeah, that's part of my Jack Swagless persona. I don't do anything, and I don't wear heat to the gym anymore. There was a time I did that till I fucked up a pair of shoes. So now if I'm not going to the gym and going home, then I remember going out today. And today I had those on sneaker shopping, which was a major fail in Austin. Major fail. Major fail. We'll talk about that later, though. So now we get into, let's see what the chat is talking about today. We got Team Early in the building. 804 King of Foams and Jays. What's up, bro? He's finally on Instagram, so you can check him out. I believe, you can correct me in the chat, I believe it is 804 King or King of Foams. Which one is it? I think it's 804 King of Foams.
Yep. That's what it is.
Timber Stan. OG Kicks is in the building. Don Turner, of course. Gabriel Kicks. We see Young Civic, a.k.a. TJ Gledo. Ricardo Bonner. I saw Jamie White in here earlier. Tay Baltimore. If I'm missing anybody, charges to the game. Warrior Blood is in the building. I'm trying to go through the chat, but they get to popping. As soon as they get in, they be like, yo! It's like a house party. So the chat is moving. We appreciate y'all. If y'all want to participate, we're not giving you shit, but if you'd like to participate in the Soul Food Sneaker Talk Hump Day Heat, just put up your shoes on Wednesday, #SF Hump Day Heat, and we'll talk about you on the show. We ain't giving you no prizes, so this is just for the love. We're tired of giving, V done been in my wallet already, and she paid $12 and got $30, and I'm not doing that shit no more.
Yeah, I'm waiting.
And then she didn't give me the Yeezys. She didn't give me the Yeezys. I demand a recount.
Too late.
And then she just called me slow. See, you ain't got to peel back the curtain like that. You know what I'm saying? You ain't got to peel back the curtain like that. Buckeye City Soul is in the building as well. So now we get to our appetizer, where we talk about the shoes we picked up this week. I'm going to go in a different fashion this way. I'm going to start with my brother Dabs. What did you pick up this week, sir?
Well, I'm going to tell you guys something.
Oh, shit.
You know what I'm saying? V's Kicks is not the only one to get a Yeezy. Oh, we was talking pre-show, and I was giving V Kicks all kinds of trouble about always getting a Yeezy, but I got my first Yeezy.
Let me see.
You're basically a liar.
Yeah.
Let me see it.
Y'all ready? The Nike Yeezy. No, I got the Victor Cruises.
y'all gotta watch this dude, man. When he said, I'm like, nope, nope.
So
that's the bone Victor Cruz that you got on screen there, sir.
Yeah, the little Victor Cruzes. I picked these up for like $49 from, I think it was Jimmy Jazz. They had the black ones on sale too, so I should have bought those as well. But tried them on. They're actually fairly comfortable, but with a white sole, it's gonna be a little harder to wear. But $49, I couldn't just let them sit there no longer, so I had to save this little guy and bring him home. Had to bring him home.
That's a nice looking kick, man.
That's not bad, man.
A lot of people was hating it. They were saying just what you said, this knockoff Yeezys and shit. I'm like, damn, Cruises is dope.
Yeah, I mean that. I always wanted that tan pair that came out originally.
Yeah.
But never was able to get my hand on that. So then a couple other colorways came out, and I just didn't want to pay that $130 or $140 how much they were. So to get them for $49, it's one of those pickups where it's like, let me just get it, let's bring it home and give them a home.
Yeah, that's definitely dope. KJ, what did you pick up this week, sir?
All right, so
I know you got videos on deck too.
Oh yes, got videos.
Wait, don't talk about videos now. I know you got videos.
I was giving him props. I said, I know you got videos on deck.
I thought that was like a bully move or something like that. I know you got videos on deck, right?
Jesus Christ.
All right, so I picked up the all black ones and the sale colored ones.
Damn.
And I'm not gonna lie, at first I didn't want to pick them up. I'm glad I did because the leather on these is pretty damn nice.
Man.
And they go, I'm gonna say it right now. It's not shattered backboard leather.
Then it's useless.
But it's better than the Bread One's leather.
Mm.
Both of them are really nice shoes. So
which release Bread Ones we talking about?
Last year's.
One?
Ooh,
wow.
Yeah.
Wow. All right.
So which one's that's not the perforated one, is it?
No, this is the one that was supposed to come out this month. I got them overseas and had them shipped in.
So they never came out domestically?
Not yet.
Hmm. And they come out with so many ones. It's like, man, is that the cyber? Is it this? Is that? That's like the third or fourth black one they came out with in the past year, I want to say.
The chat is confused too. They like the perforations kill it for me. I'm like, no, those aren't the perfs. The perforated ones have the opposite color sole. So the bottom of the perforated black ones is white. The bottom of the perforated white ones is black. The very bottom, like the little thin part. But everything else on the shoe is about the same.
Yeah, both come with red laces. Video coming soon, so you'll get the whole review.
Here, check out. The video is coming. The video is coming soon.
That's what he said. He said the video is coming soon.
I just want to, repeat it.
I know that's what because he said the video is coming soon. I understand.
Video's coming.
Got a video. Please help me out here. What you got? What you pick up this week?
Only thing I grabbed this week was those Yeezy Zebra V2s, and I picked them up at about 10 a.m. 10:30, they was gone. So,
damn.
Yeah.
Hustling.
And I'm not mad at her.
How'd you hustle them that quick? Like, did you put out the bat signal on Instagram or something? Or?
No, shot out a few texts that I had them, and first person to respond, they got them.
That's what's up. I ain't mad at that hustle.
Nice.
I got two little light pickups this week. I got a pair of the Buttrey Suede shell toes. Look at the swishels. Look at the swishels. It's a little khaki with the off-white sole. I got these off Adidas. I had a 30% off friends and family sale. They were $40 shipped. So I scooped up on those. And then this was an inadvertent pickup, which has quickly become the basis of my next collection. These are the Untold Truth SB Dunks for the Memphis Red Sox. So when I saw the shoe, I just saw the colorway on it, and I was like, okay, this is cool. When I got the shoe, I found out that this is a collection for the Negro Leagues.
Mm-hmm. And
the shoe is made out of baseball glove leather. I don't know if this will show on the screen. I'm trying to get the shoe tree out. God damn. All right, so look at the leather on this shit.
Yeah, that's buttery.
Yeah,
And I got this shit for $90. So there's a whole collection of them. I actually got another pair on the way. I got those for $50, and I'm about to close on another pair that I got right now in the cart for $35. It's a dope ass collection. They all have a baseball theme on them, and in the box, it tells you a little bit about the Negro Leagues and about that collection that you have.
Nice
So
touch,
it was a complete stumbled upon collection that I'm definitely on to try and get. I think I showed these to OG, and OG ran to pick up a pair too. So we all up
What's
there.
the retail for?
I think when they came out, they were around 120 to 160. So those I got for 90, and the other pairs you can get for the cheap. Ill said he needs them. That same thing I said when I saw them. I was like, "Yo, I had to get them." I got them on eBay. Ricardo Bonner asked, he said, "Where'd I find them?" They were on eBay. Look at Nike. I should be telling everybody my lick, but I don't think they all wear 13, so I should be good. Nike UTT will get you the whole list, and then you can find them that way on eBay. And a lot of them are worn. A lot of them are not gonna have the boxes. I definitely want the boxes for my collection. That's having that box top is what I want. And that's probably gonna be the next thing that I collect. I was telling OG and Caddy that this might be the first collection that I buy to never wear. I don't think I'll ever wear those. It's just a dope ass shoe.
Yeah, that'll be a dope to actually collect. Like I said, dunks to me aren't that comfortable, but with the story that those have, man, that'll definitely be something that's worth collecting. I agree.
Yeah, that was the highlight of my week. When I opened up the box, I was like, okay, these straight. And I was looking, I was like, what is this? I looked, I was like, oh shit. I saw the leather, I was like, yeah. And then I did a quick research, and that was a wrap, man. I'm done. So I want all of those joints. So we'll definitely try and get those collected. Did we have anything else we want to talk about in the appetizer? I know there was a little story that we saw before. I don't know if anybody looked more into it about Adidas catching and possibly surpassing Jordan and Nike in the market share. Did y'all look any more into that?
Well, let's talk about it. Let's see what each of our opinions is regarding that. You know what I'm saying?
It was they talked about it for stateside too. So this is a US thing, and the numbers are getting close. And I guess we can say it's because of the Ultra Boost and all that other shit. I want to be careful with this kind of information because I personally feel like it's what they're trying to do. They're trying to push the agenda that Adidas is catching up to Jordan and Nike. I don't buy it. I said this to y'all before. I haven't personally seen anybody in my face with Adidas NMDs or Boosts on. I see it on YouTube and shit like that, but I haven't seen it in my face. I also don't go anywhere, so I'm not the best barometer for that to speak on the popularity. But even today, when I was out in these sneaker shops, everybody was on the Jordan side. Nobody was on the Adidas side. Can y'all speak to that? What y'all seen? What y'all think about this report that was posted by Sneaker News?
I mean, I think it might have some truth to it. By me working at a university, I'm around a lot of young people, and that's all I see them wearing is the Adidas and the Ultra Boost, them wearing Jordans now. So I think it might be some truth with it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you talking about me being in New York City, you see a lot of people wearing Ultra Boost, but it's mostly tourists. And the funny thing about it is they're getting the Ultra Boost here from the stores here. So it could be a possibility.
What you think, Dabs?
It's tough for me because it's like, are they comparing it to a certain division of Nike? You know, is it Adidas running versus Nike running? Because Nike has so many divisions. You have Jordan, you know, they got their soccer stuff. You got, I mean, basketball clothes, basketball stuff, football cleats. You got all kind of different things that Nike deals with that I don't know if Adidas is in all of those arenas that Nike is in. So it, you know, I would want to know, are they just comparing to a certain division of Nike? Or are they comparing it to Jordan or whatever? But I don't see it, me personally. I think from a hype perspective, Adidas is doing the damn thing. They're killing the game right now. They know what to release limited. They know, you know, Jordan right now is just going all out. They're cashing out, you know, GR release after GR release, and Adidas is not doing that. So they're building the hype for other things that they have in their staple. I don't see it. I still think Nike is killing the game. You know, if a Jordan sells at Foot Locker for $120, then Nike is still winning. If a Jordan sells for $80 at the Nike outlet, then Nike is still winning. So I don't know. I don't think so.
Yeah, the way that they're describing it is that they're saying that Adidas is catching up, and looking at the chat, they're kind of saying the same thing. They're like, okay, look, Adidas is in the streets, but Nike is still winning. Nike / Jordan. So the way they have the infographic out here is that Nike's their comparison May of this year to May of last year. Nike in May of 16 was at 35.9%. May of 17, they're at 34.7. Jordan brand was at 14.8. Now they're at 11.8. Adidas was at 6.3, but they're at 11.3 this year. So Adidas doubled their market share in that time span, where the other ones lost a little bit. And that's where the conversation is that they're catching. But catching is like, that's a very broad term even with the stats they provided.
Wait a minute. So you said Adidas was at what?
They were at 6.3% last year.
And now they're at 11?
11.3.
So wait a minute. And Nike's at 34 and Jordan's above Adidas.
Right.
So they're catching up to Jordan.
Catching Jordan. Yeah.
Okay, well, I can see that, but you're talking to Jordan is so specific. You know what I mean, Jordan is pretty much just basketball and then apparel, and some casual lifestyle stuff. Where Adidas is a whole brand where they got, cleats and soccer clothes and football and all that stuff. You know what I'm saying? That's kind of, it's actually impressive that Jordan is doing better than Adidas, in my opinion.
I think that Sneaker Files is pointing out what the stat is that Adidas's growth. If we're talking about over that year, Nike and Jordan have dropped a little bit, right, but it's still a drop. Adidas doubled in that same time span. So that's pretty fucking impressive. Not only that you doubled, but you doubled on the strength of one shoe. You doubled on the strength of one piece of technology, 1 or 2 shoes, and some releases. So that's dope.
I really think it's been one shoe that really carried the whole brand. That's that Yeezy, because you got the Yeezy that everybody wants it, whatever, but it drives the hype whenever Kanye wears the Ultra Boost. Oh my God, Kanye wore this Ultra Boost, or Kanye wore this Calabasas. That shoe sold out. So it's building up the hype for not only Yeezy shoes, but for the Ultra Boost, the NMDs, and things of that sort. So they owe Yeezy a whole lot of money.
Oh yeah,
they do, and I feel like this is why I say they're moving the agenda, because even the way that they showed this, the story is that Adidas doubled up their market share. That's all we need to talk about. You don't have to bring Nike and Jordan into this shit, but you did because you tried to move the agenda. The story is that Adidas doubled up. Good job, Adidas. But now you want to bring in here, the extra shit. Like, all right, slow down, man. What you laughing at, Caddy?
No, I was laughing at what you said because it's the truth.
It's just like, come on, bro. Like, that's okay. You don't have to disparage the other shit.
Yeah, it's like you got to be. Congratulations.
Right, it's a good job.
That nigga's on the dean's list.
Right. Right. I'm gonna let you be valedictorian and all, but I brought my GPA up to a 3.5. Okay, no one gives a fuck. I mean, it's cool. If we were just talking about your 3.5, it'd be great. But you ain't got to shit on the valedictorian, bro. Get your ass down.
Yeah, I think anybody can get hot for a season or for a year. That's easy to do, but to maintain that type of growth is what I want to see. What else are they going to do to go ahead? Because really, Yeezy, the sale of Yeezys, the sale of the Yeezys is all about hype for the brand. The sale of Yeezy is not really going to add to their bottom line because they don't really make enough of them to do that. But, as far as the hype and the cross-promoting the Ultra Boosts and the NMDs and stuff like that, that's what Yeezy is doing. What's next for Adidas? What's up, besides Boost, what's next? I mean, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what they got up their sleeve. See what kind of ideas they have. But like they're going to ride this Boost train until the wheels fall off.
Absolutely. Hey, that's what you're supposed to do, right?
Yeah, I agree. Yeah.
At some point, you got to innovate, though. And from what I've seen, when they try and innovate into their basketball division, it doesn't seem to go well. That shit don't seem to curl all the way. But that's crazy.
And then I'm looking at like these Ultra Boosts. I know it's going to play out. Only reason I say that is because the 1.0, the 2.0, the 3.0, it's just different patterns. It's nothing new with the shoe. It's different patterns. Mm-hmm. So they can't even improve upon what usually shoe companies do. You have the Flyknit racers. Now you got the Flyknit Racer 2s. Now, I don't know if they're better. They don't look better, but they're still moving into a different direction. The Ultra Boost is not doing that. And that's, to me, a little bit concerning. Where's the improvements? Where's the different styling? You know what I'm saying? Like when Honda makes an Accord, for damn sure in 2 years, they're going to refresh that Accord, and then 2 years later, they're going to make a new one. Yeah. We're about to be in our 4th session of Ultra Boost and it's still the exact same shoe, but some people treat them like it's a brand new Jordan to come out for some reason. I don't understand it. I don't know.
I hear you, man. I hear you on that, man. Looking at the chat real quick. Warrior Blood said, Beard, you pushing this too deep. There's no agenda. I don't know. I mean, there is a reason that people show up to Nike releases with Adidas on. You know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't make that shit up. That's what's happening in these streets. There's a reason that there's shirts that say swooshes over stripes. You know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't make that shit up. So there's definitely a debate brewing out here in these streets, man. It's not me. I'm just speaking on what I see. Other people are saying that the Adidas, I think Illa Ills, I lost it in the chat. Illa Ills said the EQT line. I think, Davs, you bought Shoe Mama a pair of those, right?
Yes.
The Adidas EQTs. How does she like those? Has she worn them yet?
I don't know. I think she may have worn one time. She liked them when she tried them on. I think she wore them. She likes them. From when she would try them on, she liked them.
Yeah, I looked at them. I mean, I don't like that weird ass hot pink infrared color that I saw in the other ones, but it is a pair of shoes that I'm kind of interested in. All that shit is hyped up. Yeah, what are they talking about now? Y'all just be talking. I think Nike's feeling the heat. Adidas perfected their technology. Nike senses that shit. Hey, that's a good point, Don Turner. They should. Like, that's anytime competition start gaining on your ass, especially when they double their market share, no matter how big that is, you got to pay attention to that. You got to pay attention to that.
I just think Adidas right now got the marketing on lock. You know what I'm saying? How they're maneuvering around Yeezy, that's what they have on lock. And that's something that Nike is not doing with Nikes and Jordan, especially Jordans when they're coming out. The story of the Jordan is now, well, we just got the flight jacket and it's coming out. Mm-hmm. You know, or the stories is so whack with Nike. The releases, even the Drake releases now, it's like, man, okay, we get it. Drake coming out with a black one, coming out with a white one. Put a little Stingray on it. Okay, it's a Drake. I'm like, what? Come on, man. Like, me and my wife was talking about this earlier. Jordan got to come up with something different. You know, you can't just rely on these OG colorways to really carry the brand no more.
Yeah, they kind of shot themselves in the foot. It's like wrestling. You don't wrote yourself into a corner. Now the only thing we're looking for is that other shit. I mean, the Vapormax is doing well, though, right? Sneaker Files, let us know about that. I know Sneaker Files knows the numbers. I think the Vapor Flies or whatever the hell those seem to be popping. And they're dropping colorways, too.
That all depends on how many they make, though, because it seems like every colorway they come out with, for the most part, sell out. So I don't know if are they making a ton of pairs or they just making a little bit to make it look good. You know what I mean? It all depends on how many they release.
Don Turner said Jordan needs to do more for his signature athletes. That's, you know what? Not that this is a good analogy. You shouldn't take it that way, but I'm going to use it anyway. When you play on 2K and you get picked up, you get to choose between being a Jordan athlete or a Nike athlete. When you pick the Jordan athlete, all you get to do is change the colorway for the Jordans. I feel like that's what they do in real life. When you're a Jordan athlete, they might give you a little spin of a regular Jordan ass shoe and give you a colorway. But there's only so many mellows where you get your own shoe. Now that mellow looks like shit, but still.
Yeah. But that's the thing, though. When Jordan Brand does get their own player, they give them a Chris Paul shoe. You know what I'm saying? Like, right. And I did like the latest one, but I know the majority does not like Chris Paul sneakers or Carmelo. You know what I'm saying? Why does Russell Westbrook wear a 31 where he is literally the MVP of the league? He should not wear a 31 or whatever he wears with the 30 bottom. He should not wear that shoe. Kawhi Leonard should have his own freaking sneaker. That's dope. He is an MVP candidate. So Jordan's he's messing up. You can't put those players in regular shoes. You know, they need to have like a LeBron type of shoe, have their own line. Russell Westbrook should be in something special. Forget them lifestyle shoes.
You're absolutely right about that.
Sneaker File said Vapormax is selling out. Should be a fad like the NMDs. Once the market is saturated with colorways, they'll sit. Nike got to be very careful with not playing themselves. Hey, I totally agree with that shit. I don't like the damn shoe anyway. So I wish this fad would go away.
They look like they fit narrow from me just holding them in hand. So that wouldn't be a good deal for me. But I was interested in them. But no, if that bubble pop on me, I know I'll be terribly upset.
And that is the reason why I won't buy them.
It don't look
really
big dude friendly.
The bubble will pop?
It's not big boy friendly.
It don't look big dude friendly, man. Even if it don't pop, it's gonna look like it pop. You know, everybody gonna be looking at you like that every time you take a step.
That shoe gonna lean a little bit.
Nah.
Sneaker Struggle says Kanye is not Jordan. let's see if Yeezy will still be hyped and hot in 30 years. And I know that won't be the case. But one thing I can say for Adidas is that they may have the format to find the next musician that will carry over whatever shoe they need to come out with, whoever's hot next. You know what I'm saying? You know, so, yeah, we know Yeezy not going to be a hot brand come 30 years from now, but Adidas now has the formula to say, you know what, who's next up and coming? Who is everybody really gravitating to? All right, let's use that and then give them something very different and limit the sneaker. That's the format. And believe me, Jordan Brand is going to go back to doing that. Remember, just 3 years ago, it was hard to buy Jordans. That's only 3 years ago. It's only within the last year to where everything is sitting and everybody thinking Jordan is dead. They just got to cut the numbers. And then it's going to be back to people complaining that they can't get the shoes. It's going to happen. It's happened before. This coming out with a bunch of sneakers, it's happened before too. It's just a little process. It's just history repeating itself. It's going to be hard to get Jordans again in about a year or two.
But does having more availability hurt how dope the shoe is? Because I don't know. Go ahead, V. I'm sorry.
And I don't think so. Because if you like the shoe, you're gonna like it. No matter how many, if they make 10,000 or if they make 100. So I personally don't think so. But I know that it's it's my deciding factor if I'm gonna go and get it on release day or if I'm gonna let it sit.
And that's dope that you said that, because that's dope that she said that, because a lot of people still don't have that thought process. It's still grab. But for me, it does make it from a value perspective. I'm a value type of shopper, so I like to get stuff on sale, and I like to get value within my sneakers. So if I buy something that's $190 and all of a sudden I could have bought it for $100, then that shoe to me is only worth $100. I lose all that value. You know what I'm saying? So from a value perspective, it's bad. Now from a, rocking whatever you want to wear, rocking whatever shoe that you like to wear, this is the best time to be a collector. You can get what you want and basically at the price that you want. It's dope from that aspect. But I think from the youth perspective, they don't want it because they want to wear something that everybody is not wearing. Yeah. Right now, anybody can get a Jordan. It's not special to get a Jordan anymore like it used to be. But to me, I still like it. What about you, Cadillac?
No, I still like it because this reminds me of when we were younger, where you can walk into a store and you see a Jordan, you like a Jordan, you buy a Jordan. Yeah. When you went through that phase where you had to hunt it down or you had to be online at midnight, it took all the fun out of it.
It did.
And now, they saturated the market with Jordans, but at the same time, you can get the sneaker you want. Even better, you can get the sneaker you want for a cheaper price later on. So you can actually sit and say, you know what, I like that, but I'm going to wait. I'm going to wait a little bit. I'm going to be patient. And then see it hit outlets and go to outlets and get it. I don't see nothing wrong with that.
And that's super dope because, that's dope what you're saying. All of us pretty much agree upon, having that thought process that is nice, but you're always going to get people that's going to complain, well, Jordan is whack because it's sitting on shelves. What? Or Jordan is whack because they don't give me enough opportunity to buy the shoe. So you're always going to have people complaining whether they make enough for the people and kill the resale, or they don't make enough for the people and the resale is ridiculous and you can't get the sneaker. So you're going to always have complaining on both sides of the fence.
Yeah, I don't even I see, YouTube's a terrible barometer, but we're on YouTube, so we got to talk about that being an integral part of the game. I see people on YouTube buying Yeezys and saying how ugly they are and buying them just as tools to get what they want. I don't know that I've seen anybody buy a Jordan and say that this is an ugly shoe. And to me, that's kind of the difference. Regardless of how available they are, regardless of the price, we're watching the Jordans and waiting on to get to something that we can afford. Yeezys, we're running out and copying and using apps because we're just using it to move. Nobody's really trying to rock them Yeezys. Apparently, this last Yeezy is the one that people like the most. But for the most part, people are like, I'm not fucking with those shoes. I want to move these to get some shattered backboards. I'm getting these to get some Royals. I'm getting these to get some breads. I like this other shoe better. So even with the Jordans that are going to outlets now, you know, we're seeing the markdowns. The Pure Money 4s have already been marked down to 139 or something like that. You can get the alternates for 139 on Kick Square. The All-Star 6s have gone as low as 129 in outlets. You can get that stuff, but nobody's copping them and regretting the cop or trying to use that to move shit. It's like, yo, I've been waiting on this shoe. Now it's the price that I can get, and I'm good. I don't see a lot of people saying that I'm not buying this shoe because there's a lot of pairs out there.
I mean, I think a lot of it too is just a little bit of demographics too, because you know, I think the young people, they like Yeezys. You know what I'm saying? They like the Adidas Move, the Boost, and all that. You know, it's, you know, but I'm an old cat, so I'm an old cat, and what I came up on was Jordan. What I came up on literally was watching Michael Jordan play. But the young cats, they'll be like, oh, well, you know, LeBron's the best of all time, because that's what they grew up on. So right now they are growing up on Boost. So I can't just throw on, oh, well, Jordan better than that. That's the old head way of thinking. They got to respect where they're coming from. You know what I mean? I can't disrespect somebody saying they like LeBron better, because that's literally all they witnessed. Just like I did not witness Bill Russell. I didn't witness Wilt Chamberlain. But those, I would think somebody's crazy to say they're better. That's the same way the youth is doing right now. So we almost got to have a little bit of respect for them loving the Boost or loving whatever they like, because that's what they like. That's what they're growing up on.
Don Turner, don't bring that sacrilege into this show. He said Ric Flair called LeBron the best of all time. Look, Ric Flair went sneaker shopping with Complex with a pair of loafers on. Get the fuck out of here, bro. You can't do a sneaker show with some loafers with no socks. Why? I've never seen Ric Flair. I was so mad that he was on there. I've never seen Ric Flair. Well, let me stop, because I'm anti-Ric Flair.
I seen that mess, man. I seen that mess. You know,
it was just a bad look. It was like, why is he even on here?
I don't get it. I don't get it. Maybe he's trying to save face for his daughter.
Well,
no, that's another story.
That's definitely another story. Let's get to the meal, man. So what we did for the meal this week, like we said, it is dessert for dinner. And what we did was we went through and we picked out the shoes that we saw coming up this year. And then we went through that list. We found the ones that we had in common. And then we went through that list and we voted on them and got our top 10 list. So we actually did work for y'all this week. I will go ahead and be a spoiler here. There are no PGs on this list. Dabs did not hack the voting booth. No PGs. No PGs made this list.
Y'all sound a little too happy about that.
I'm just saying. You know what I'm saying? We got a couple mad letters in the mail. I got a couple bomb threats. I got some anthrax. So this year we made sure that there were no PGs. Look at the chat. They ain't shit. What? No
exactly.
PGs?
They rocking with the PGs. You know, they're not being sarcastic.
The chat is not rocking with the PGs.
Absolute slander. Absolute slander. Look,
Chad is over there praise dancing that there's no PGs on this list.
So the way we're gonna break this down is Dabs is gonna give y'all 10 through 6. I'll give y'all 5 through 1. To keep some of the surprise element, V's Kicks and Cadillac don't know how the final 10 shook down. So this will be a surprise for them. Me and Dabs know how it is. So Dabs, please take it away, my brother.
All right. Well, first off, I thought we did discuss that we each had a wild card shoe that did not make the top 10. Did you guys get a chance to do that wild card shoe that didn't make the top 10?
I've got mine over here somewhere. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I got mine.
All right. So you guys got yours. I'll start off with mine. Then we're going to run through the panel of the wild card shoe that did not make the top 10, because they know the top 10. They just don't know the order of the top 10. So let's get into it. This is my wild card shoe that did not make it, and I'm kind of mad at the panel because they should have disagreed with me. You know what I'm saying? Y'all should have just agreed with me, but you didn't. But it's all good. I got these bad boys right here.
Man.
The Air Jordan 11 IE low with that red on there. These bad boys are, as my grandmother says, beautiful.
V left the chat. V got left the seat.
Hey, what's wrong with these bad boys? See what the chat got to say about these bad boys. These mugs are clean. Gabriel Kick says, what are those? Sneaker Files Podcast says, yipes. College Spark 81, no. Ass, hell nah. Good night. Sleeping.
He's still talking about these shoes.
Oh my! Hey, I'm going off with the chat is saying. These dope in my opinion. Forget y'all. Michael Jordan actually wore these too. So yeah, forget y'all.
Timber Stan said, "Ass, oops, wrong show."
Dang, man, y'all killing me, man. I can't wait to get them. How about that? And now that I know that the chat don't like them, I'll wait to get them. How about that?
Damn, the homie G4 Vision said, "Is you high, man?" It was called the wack. Damn,
that was fire to me.
Yeah, well, wait till they see the countdown list.
We're in trouble.
Cadillac Jackson, what is your wild card list?
My wild card that did not make the list, and I understand why I did make the list, was the Jordan Gatorade 6. And the reason why I didn't make the list is because no one knows what the true color is.
That's the absolute reason why I didn't make it.
If the color was green, it would have been a go for everybody. But if that color is white, it would have been a John Stockton, the Karl Malone pass for everybody.
Agreed.
So, yeah, that's my wild card. I was a little upset about that, but I had to mature a little bit and understand why I wasn't on the list. So,
what about you, V? What's your wild card shoe that didn't make the list?
So my wild card shoe that didn't make the list is the Nike Air Vapormax Dark Red, and apparently it didn't make the list because the panel think it's gonna bust on them. So
wait a minute, is that the shoe with? Is that the clot? Is that what it's called?
The one with the black laces?
She had the clot.
The clot. That's the one without a Nike sign on there,
no,
is it?
No, KJ had the clot. She just had the dark red. It is two different colors.
Oh, gotcha. Okay. Because the clot to me, I don't know. But the red Vapormax, I can see that. You know what I'm saying? I can kind of see that, kind of. At least the color of the shoe was the same as mine. So
better than that 11 low. Nah.
I had the Board Elves 12s. I really do like, not the PSNY 12s that sold out today in 4 seconds. The Bordeaux one that I know, Caddy. I'm sorry. It's the burgundy with the gum sole. I'm a sucker for the 12s, and I think those are really dope. Nobody voted on those bad boys, but it was just me, so they didn't make the list. But I am looking forward to that shoe.
I was thinking about them. That was about it, though.
But you put them IE lows on there.
I'm gonna tell you guys something now. The number one shoe on this list, I'm not gonna say it right now. I literally did not have them on my list, but I didn't know they were supposed to come out. But I'm very happy you guys did pick it. I did not know they were supposed to come out this year, but we'll get into it.
I was gonna say we'll get to it when we get to that one. To be completely honest, we're not really sure that that's still gonna come out.
I sure do hope it does, because I need it in my life.
Shit, apparently all of us hope it does. But go ahead, Dabs, take it away, man.
All right, 6 to 10. Let me go ahead and pull
10
this
to
up
6.
here. 10 to 6, excuse me. Make sure I go in the right direction.
He was trying to slide the PGs in there. Did y'all see that shit?
All right, here we go. So number 10, we have the Air Jordan 11 IE Low, and this is the navy colorway.
Yes, sir.
So that's number 10, and me personally, I'm with Cal. I think me and Cadillac was filling these joints, if I'm not mistaken. We were the only ones that have this on our list, correct?
Absolutely right. Correct.
These fire to me. I'm starting to feel blue shoes. I'm starting to feel that blue and the white together. They dope to me.
I won't walk off on these, so.
So she's gonna stay seated. She's gonna stay seated. Keep all limbs inside the ride.
I think they're better than the referee ones that they actually came out with last year.
I thought the referees were dope.
Really?
Yeah, I thought those. I don't like the IEs at all, but I thought the refs were dope.
Did you purchase those?
Nope.
Oh, okay. I see why. Okay. They okay. I just think that this suede on here looks a little different too than the suede that they actually put on that referee though. Cadillac, why'd you have this one on your list?
I had this one on my list because it just looks like a dope shoe. From the pictures that I saw, the navy looks great on the shoe. I don't know what the material is they have where the elephant print normally is. but from the pictures, it looks nice.
Yeah.
It looks nice, and it just looks like a clean shoe.
I agree.
That was the main reason why I had it on the list.
The white lace on there and the Yankee fitted, man, that might be that's bread and butter right there.
I'm about to say you just sold.
Speaking that New York talk.
Yeah.
You speaking that New York talk. Hold on a second. Oh.
He just gave a heart attack real quick. He said, "Oh shit, they fighting flame emoji." I think Caddy just put them number 1 on his list now. Shit, I got to recount. I got to recount now, Caddy.
Listen, I had those. I had those in the middle of my list, and I was to see those at 10. I was like, okay, all right.
Let's see what the chat says. IEs are my favorite 11s, but that colorway is horrible. That's what Pain 82 is saying. Sneaker Files podcast, not a fan of IEs. They in a weird world between performance and fashion, not definitive enough. I think they're strictly fashion since they're a low. I would never hoop in a low cut shoe though. That's just me. I don't care if it's a Kobe or a Paul George or a Kyrie or a KD. I would never hoop in the low. IE has way more ventilation if you're going to ball in them. And that's probably premium new book. Somebody said new book. Somebody said they look butchery. So that was Illa Ills that said they look butchery. And I agree. I think they're dope looking sneakers.
Gun Poster 28 said, "Can we have a recount?" Now Turner said poop emoji. 804 said he's on the fence with these Jones. G4 Vision likes them. Ricardo Bonner gave him a thumbs down. So they're all over the place. Illa Ills kind of fucks with them. We're all over the place on this one.
Let's hit up number 9. The Air Jordan 5 blue suede. I don't think I had this one on my list, but I think a couple of others they felt pretty strongly about these, or at least had them on the list. These kicks, did you have these on your list?
I did have those on my list. I don't feel very strongly about them. The only reason I put them on my list is because it's blue. That's it. Okay. I don't really like the all suede shoes or the all solid color shoe, but the blue, I'll do it.
I also voted for these. I think the blue on that is a little bit different than the blue on the Suede 12s. The Suede 12s are royal, but they're almost like more to the purple side. Mm-hmm. They almost look like a Space Jam kind of color. But this looks like a blue, like a true blue. So I'm really digging these and the reds. I like them both. But I'm going to at least get these in hand. I don't know if I'm going to cop them, but they definitely were on my list.
Yeah. What about you, Cadillac? Did you have these on your list?
I did not have these on my list.
And why not?
Let's see. Me personally, I would be feeling the red ones more than the blue ones, but I don't like either of them. Mm-hmm. I don't like either of them. Like they look all right, but I don't know, something about them just I wouldn't put them in my top 10.
I know that people were clowning the Royalty 4s when they came out. Mine came out looking really, really good, but I don't know. The red ones, to me, I'm really going back and forth between them, but I want to see how they feel in hand. I think I looked at a review and they were saying that the suede was just very average, and that's how they look in the pictures to me. But if that suede is no good, if it's the same suede that they put on those blue suede ones that came out earlier this year, then it's an automatic Mark Jackson pass. I won't even touch them if it has that garbage suede on there.
Yeah, that'll definitely be the deal breaker for me. I mean, 5s. I don't have any 5s in my collection. There's a few that I kind of like, but I don't know if I'm gonna pull the trigger. If the suede on these is terrible, then I'm not even gonna bother with them. I mean, the Adidas. I just showed you the Adidas that had the butchery suede. That's the standard. They got to be like that. I got to see some swishels instead of those matted. Like this picture, that doesn't look like swishels. That looks like matted ass dirty suede right there.
Yeah, I mean, if you ever picked up those Air Jordan ones that came out earlier this year, I am telling you, those are. I mean, they feel terrible. That's why I wanted to ask the Panda. Cadillac, did you see any? Did you get a chance to look at the red suede ones or see the quality on them firsthand?
I got a chance to look at them firsthand, and I wasn't feeling them. I just wasn't feeling them. Like, you know, you see the videos on YouTube and the pictures on IG and everything, but to see them up close, I was just like, they're okay. They're okay. You know, I would rather prefer Raging Bull 5s, but they're okay. Those is like imagine you want something to eat and then you can't get it, so you got this instead. Like that's what that is for me. Like, okay.
Mm-hmm. I see exactly where you're going with that one for sure.
Yeah.
All right, let's get to number 8. Number 8 on the list. Cool Gray 8s. Number 8 is the Cool Gray 8s.
Number 8. Oh, okay.
Number 8 is the Cool Gray 8. Hey, you got a couple of gasps. Who was gasping about these shoes?
Everybody did, which is funny to me because I didn't have these on my list. But when I did the numbers, I was like, "How the hell?" All right, like when I got people's votes, and then I saw what they voted, I was like, "How, Sway?"
I think I had these low on my list. I want to say they were a little bit lower, but
a lot of people had them low. There's one person that had them high. You want to speak up?
Yeah. I did have them high. They was my number one shoe.
They were your number one shoe?
That's that number one shoe.
Number one for me.
Okay, Mrs. Jumpman Bostic. Okay.
I mean, I am from Detroit, so I don't know. Maybe it's a Detroit thing. I don't know.
That's what's up.
But how can you not I don't understand. Like, this shoe is just fire. Like, you don't even need to talk about it that much. Like, that Cool Gray, the 8 is dope. I feel like this is probably one of the best colorways they did on the 8 for me.
I think
it's easy for me. I don't like gray shoes, so I think that was the last on my list.
I had them low. I actually do like them, but 8s to me are kind of hard to wear. So I think it was more just like the 5s for me. I'm not a 5 fan of the silhouette. The 8 silhouette is dope in hand, but wearing them, like I try to wear mine with shorts, and they are the ugliest shoes with shorts. I don't know. It's hard for me to style my 8s.
Ill said he wishes it was dark. I think if they were like a more of a charcoal, that might look better. I just don't really rock with gray shoes. So
see, and that what Ill said is why I had these not on my list. If they would have been darker, I would have probably put them on the list. Cool Gray 8s, I can't do it. I didn't have these on my list.
That's what's up.
Something wrong with y'all. There's just something wrong with y'all.
I mean, they're cool. When they first came out, I was like, cool. They coming out with Cool Gray 8s, but cool Gray 8s. But I don't know. The closer and closer I get to it, I can just see these things just sitting, and then I'll pick them up for about $110. You know what I'm saying? So
well, I do hope that they sit so I can get them for the low. But
listen, when I first saw the picture, I was like, "This is a black and white picture. What is this?" And then it was like Cool Gray 8.
Yeah, do like something from that. What's that one movie? Is it Pleasantville? You know what I'm saying? Or with Toby, like something from that movie. You know what I'm saying? That's just a terrible picture.
Hell no.
Oh man, what's the chat talking about? These pads will be dope with the calls for quality on these. Now, if the quality on these are on point, I will drop 190 on them. But I already know they're gonna skimp us on the quality.
Don Turner said
Tyrone Biggles.
Don Turner called the Fred Sanford Beard 8.
That is hilarious, man.
Too much gray. I want Cool Gray 11s and 4s to retro. These 8s, no.
The ashy 8s. That's what. Oh, you said that, Beer Jet. The ashy 8s.
The 8s are a fall shoe. A lot of people sound like in the chat they generally don't like 8s. They don't like the crisscross straps on the 8s. So they're like, they don't like it in the 8s anyway. But
I think with a smaller foot, 8s are dope. But we got like 11 and a half, 12 to 13. You know what I'm saying? It's like, they get a little. They feel like a boot. You know what I mean? And it's just a little hard for me to style.
I hear you.
Just my opinion, though. The Sneaker Files podcast says it'll be a GR quality shoe, really not worth full retail.
So in the panel will buy these for retail. V, will you be buying these for retail?
I don't want to, no, but I would, yeah.
That's not really a definitive answer.
Sounds like you're saying if you look up on release day and the numbers start selling out, you're going to go ahead and pull the trigger.
Then I'm going to go grab them. Yeah, if I get on the sneakers app and I see that they're moving, then I'm going to go ahead and go grab them.
That still ain't all right. Let's get the definition of the question.
No, I am not going to run out at 10 o'clock in the morning and go, no. No,
yeah, because that's a real retail pickup, like a real retail.
No.
Like when those what was it? The chutneys came out. That was okay. Let me get my butt up at 10 o'clock and go put some work in. Even though I didn't need to, I still felt the need to do it because I like that shoe that much. So that's a real retail pickup. Yeah,
I did for the was it the Sequoia 8s that came out earlier this year? I did go and grab those for retail.
and that was worth it though, because those actually are hard to find.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I fuck around and passed on those at the outlet. They had a pair, and I set them down. You know what I'm saying? I put them back. I was like, I don't think so. And then when I came back, somebody was checking out with them. I said, damn it.
How much they have them for?
It was retail. I mean,
Ooh.
it wasn't a mark off or anything like that. But the fact that they had them because they had sold out everywhere else, I was like, oh, okay. And I set them down and then came back, and it was too late.
Yeah, they're still available in a couple of areas on my way, but it's not no full size one or nothing like that. You might be able to luck up on my size. So, yeah, that was a dope shoe though, man. Well, not dope. It was a good shoe. It was a good shoe. It wasn't dope to me, but I thought it was a good release.
It was pretty dope, but okay.
Let's hit up number 7. Number 7, we got these deconstructed 2s? Question mark.
Yeah. So it's the pack. I think you and V's Kicks picked the sail color. I think all of them are dope. So sail, black, blue, I don't care. I don't like the sole on 2s, but in that monochromatic fashion like that, or even with the navies where it's like a little off-white, it's a win for me. Or that all black, it looks real dope. So I'm actually kind of hype about these. This might actually be when I cop a pair of 2s.
What does the remaining members of the panel think about these bad boys?
I think that they are really nice, but I was a little reluctant to put them on my list because I think they're only coming out in men's sizes. So I don't think these will be releasing in GR. So, but I'm not a big fan of 2s, but I think this is probably one of the best 2s that it came out with.
Yeah, same here. What about you, Caddy?
My initial list, I did not have these on my list. Looking at them, I like them. They're clean. They're a clean spring and summer shoe. That's pretty much it. They fell right at where I had them. If we had to pick 10, they fell right with it where I would put them, 7.
I mean, I know these are deconstructed, like when those ones came out, and they look a little more defined than that deconstructed one that came out last year. And I think they came out with some more colorways this year. But it's just, to me, something is missing. I know the price is a little bit lower to be $160. The deconstructed ones were $123. I would think if these were at that price point, then I'd be more willing to say, yo, okay, I might just see what they're about. But it's just that, I don't know. To me, I like them. I had them on my list, but it was kind of by default because everything else was kind of trash coming out. I don't know. You know, it's just, I have to see what that quality look like. I got to see what that leather look like, but I'm not expecting much. I'm not expecting much as far as the quality goes, but, you know, I don't know. It's kind of plain, but I don't know.
It's a 2, man. I expect it to be an easy cop. So I'm definitely looking forward to these to get that nice discount. And I'm copping at least one pair, I believe, to get a 2 in the collection.
That's what's up. I think I'm gonna wait because those deconstructed ones that came out last year, they're like available now for like $45 to $50 in some places.
The homie G4 Vision got a pair of those too. Make sure y'all check his channel out on YouTube. He got a pair of the baby blue ones.
The baby blue ones, okay. So man, so let's get to the chat. Cadillac called them the Charm. Who says Charmin 2s? Is that you, Cadillac?
That was me.
They're killing them in the chat.
Man, oh man, yeah, they are. They going in on them. These 2s like something you cop at Walmart.
The Charmin 2s, the outlet 2s, not at all.
Dang.
Throw them in the toilet.
Because they look soft. They look like they should be in a commercial. Look like the little bear should be holding it like, hey, mom, look.
Dang, it'll say they look like taller paper rolls.
Yeah, they're not feeling these at all. But that's like 2s, though. That's any other 2. I'd agree with you. It's something about those. It's like, I really fucks with them, man. The colorways look dope on these. And when you tone it down, the weird ass shape doesn't stand out so much. They're just dope to me, man. I definitely want to check these out.
Have you guys tried on the 2 before?
Man, it's like walking in unicorn stomach. Them motherfuckers are comfortable as hell.
Okay, well, I don't know. I've tried on a pair before, and with my flat feet, they spread the shoe, so it looked like there's literally flying saucers on my feet when I look down.
Yeah, they do spread the shoe.
Yeah, so it's like it's not a good look when I'm looking down. Like there's like a flying saucers down there. It's not a good look, man. Not to me, anyway.
But I think that's the flaw in the design, because the some of those lines have a different color, so it makes it look even wider. With this, you don't have those lines to discern between the shoe, so it's just gonna be a nice regular ad. I think it's gonna be dope, man. I have a wide flat foot too, but I think without all the extra lines and shit, it's gonna look straight.
Yeah, I may try them on to see what they're doing once they hit the outlet. You know what I'm saying? Once they hit the outlet. Number 6. Now, this is a shoe that I thought should have been much higher. The Air Jordan 13 Playoff. Playoff. Ooh, to me, these are just, man. I'm just grunting over here. I need time to process this. What you guys think about this?
It's dope. Yeah. This was actually one of the ties. We had a tie for 5 and 6. And this one, same exact number of votes. It's a dope looking shoe. You know what I mean? I think when you compare it to the other 13s, this is the more boring 13 though.
Really?
To me, this is the more boring 13.
Ooh, wow. I don't know. To me, this one has the most personality.
Where?
I feel like Stephen A right now. So disrespectful.
So if you compare it, I mean, we're not gonna talk about the lows, but you compare it to the Flints, the He Got Games, the Breads, the Black Cats.
Well, yeah, to me, this is like third behind the Flints. My all-time number 1. I mean, my all-time favorite 13. I love the Flints. Number 2 would be the He Got Games, and then this would be number 3, and this would be a close number 3 behind the He Got Game joints. But I don't know, I just think this one got a lot of personality. You got the white on the little cat paws, or whatever you want to call them, the red bottom, the suede on the midsole, and then it has a lot of personality to me for some reason.
What about you, Caddy? You look like you hurt.
Damn. I am hurt. Wait. Go ahead, V. Go ahead, V.
Yeah, let's get the negative out the way.
She said, yeah, if you
out the way.
She said, yeah, if you did.
I mean, I didn't put these on my list.
What?
Like, I just don't. Yeah, I'm not feeling it.
That is sacrilegious.
Yeah. You had the mitigated guard of not put these on there.
The chat is kind of saying the same thing,
Yeah, they
man.
just don't do it for me.
The chat is all over. They're saying the same thing. The playoff 13s is a must cop. These should have been top 3. These are iconic. They agree with Dabs. These take me back. Fire, must cop, classic. Beer Jet Eyes tripping. G4 Vision got my back. He said he agrees with me. Warrior Blood's questioning my boring statement. They're comfortable. Yeah, I mean, so I hear y'all. I'm just saying, out of the 13s we got to choose from, I like them, but they wouldn't be a top 10 cop, a top 5 cop for me. They fell right where they should have been, in my opinion. Cadillac, go ahead and get it off your chest, bro. Go ahead.
Listen.
Don't talk about my mama, though.
in my Stephen A voice, Jordan Brand is my friend. And I feel like these are one of the top 5 Jordans. And I think you're being totally disrespectful. How dare you?
Now all you need is a little half row and you'll be good to
go. Listen, these to me are top 5. Like when I look at these bring me back to the late 90s. Mm-hmm. These bring me back to them Jordan years.
Preach.
And that's where they should stay.
Oh,
how dare you?
That's preposterous.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, that's what it does to me too, man. This to me is a day one cop. It's literally a day one cop to me. I don't care if the price drop or whatever. I like them that much. A day one cop. How about the rest of the panel? Cadillac, you on board with that? Is that a day one cop?
That's a day one cop.
Yeah, I agree, man.
Ain't no sitting on that. Ain't no. Oh, let me see if they drop down in price. That's a. Listen, I need to be up and on the computer getting these.
Yeah, I'm not trying to risk it, man. I'm definitely not trying to risk it. Just like those chutneys, to me, this is right on point. 13s are cool. The only bad thing about 13s, though, to be honest, I hate the freaking tongue. The tongue comes too high. I don't know what it is, man. When I rock them with, once again, it's another shoe rocking with shorts, that tongue come daggone up to your knee, and it's like, man, what's good, bro? What's good? But other than that, they're a dope sneaker, man. I really like this shoe.
A lot of the chat is saying that this is a day one cop. Payne 82 asked me, he said, so you gonna let him sit beard? And I'm like, look, it's not an ugly shoe. Like, let me make sure I let y'all understand what I'm saying. This is the top 10 list. All right. So these are the shoes that we're looking forward to the most. It's still a shoe that was on my initial list. So I like it. But in the pantheon of 13s, I'm just saying there's at least 3 other 13s I would cop before that one. That's all I'm saying.
Sneakerheads clothing line said the perfect line. These bring you back to when we hooped in our Jordans. Yes, this is what these bring you back to. When you hooped in your Jordans and you get the little white dirty and you bring them upstairs and get a toothbrush and some detergent and get the scrubbing on them. That's why I need these. These should have been top 5. This is preposterous.
I would say that if the Hall of Fame joints were coming out, not the Hall of Fame, he got games, these wouldn't have made the list.
Nah, it still would have made the list. It just would have been lower.
Still made the list for me.
Yeah, it just would have been lower in my opinion. He got games.
Deconstruction would have made the list, huh?
Now, I think that I Ain't Low would have got dropped probably because a lot of people was clowning those. So.
I don't know how that works. You need to repent and be baptized for these kicks. That's what Sneaker Struggle said. I wanted to point out too, Warrior Blood said he heard the playoffs are not dropping in 2017. The brands are confirmed instead. So this is what we had at this point. This is what we saw then we're releasing. And we'll see that again because there's another one on my list that may not be confirmed yet, which has been going back and forth for a while, but it's on our list. We're still looking forward and we're hoping and praying that it's going to be on there. Warrior Blood said, Beard, you're a little younger than us. I'm 40 years old, bruh. I'm 40 years old. It's just the shoe. It's just the shoe for me, man. I don't know what to tell you, bro. It just don't ring bells for me. I'm sorry. Look, now AKA is Jack Swagless. I'm wearing a yellow bandana. You know what I'm saying? Don't look for me for the cool shit. I just like what I like. You know what I mean? That's all I got. That's all I got.
Well, I'm cool and I don't like them, so.
Woo! How dare you? That's my sister coming through in the clutch from downtown Bang.
Are you a 13 fan?
No,
am I a 13 fan or V? Oh,
V.
Nah.
See, that might have a little something to do with it. I can understand why somebody might not like the 13s because to me, wearing them is a lot different from having them in hand. You know, I got to kind of wear something different to really make them pop and look right, in my opinion. So I can see why somebody might not like the 13.
Hey, these niggas flirt with me in the chat, man.
Oh, you talking about Payne 82?
Yeah, everybody like, you 40. Hold up, you 40? You don't look 40, bro. Hold on, man. Y'all flirt with me.
Hey, don't flirt with me. Come on, man. Stop it, bro.
Not flirt, yeah.
I appreciate y'all, man, for real.
Hey,
man,
come on, man. Don't do
that was a shout out to the homie Corey Hogan. He said, "Hey, man, them niggas flirting with me."
804 King of Phones, like, what the fuck?
Hey, man, this is what we can
Hey, Warrior Blood said you aging good, brother. You are aging good, brother.
Hey, that's what having the extra fat does to you, bro. It keeps the wrinkles away. I appreciate it. It was a chick sit down to me and she was like, and I got out of class and I was smoking, you know how that goes. I'm like, babe, I ain't been in class in ages. No. How old are you? I'm 40. Oh my God. I thought you were. Shut up. Don't say it. Thank you. But nah, I'm an old man, bro.
Oh my God. I thought you were 39.
Right. They never get it right.
I wasn't going to say nothing, but I didn't think you were that old either. So I don't know.
I'm old. You know what I'm saying? I still get carded. My brother gets pissed off because we'll go somewhere and I'll get carded. He'd be like, what the fuck? Like, yeah, I get carded, bro. What you want me to do? It ain't my fault. So I got the top 5 through 1. This is what we had left on the list. And like I said, I will have to do some splaining. I can't see the chat right now. So all of your heathens, Please behave yourself. So number 5 on the list. There it is. There it is. The 13 breads. If you don't like breads, I'm sorry, but that's what it is. Release date is August 19th on these. Price is $190. This is the only official image I saw, though. So I don't know if y'all seen any other image, but this is literally the only official image. We do have a date, so I guess that's dropping. Dabs, when you compare this to the playoffs, what you think?
To me, it's a little more simple than the actual playoff. The playoff got that splash of white in there. Then you got the little hits of yellow. So it's kind of broken up more. This, to me, is just red and black. And to be honest, I don't like the black pods on the bottom. But this will be a day one purchase. Still another day one purchase for me. It's just not as good as the playoff. It's just black and red. And I like black and red shoes, especially like on the 12. On this shoe, not as much, but still a day one purchase. That's a lot.
I got you. V's Kicks, what you think about these?
They're a lot better. I'll get them. I'm not going to get them day one, but, if they sit around for a while, I'll go get them.
V, I don't feel like you're really liking this list so far. You kind of upset right now.
Because y'all rigged it. That's what y'all did. It's cool though. It's all right. It's cool.
She's never gonna come back. See what y'all did? See what y'all did? y'all invited company over. Y'all gave her the fucked up food, and she don't want to come back no more. KJ, KJ, what you think, bro? Where you putting these?
Listen, I like these, but I'd rather have the playoffs over the breads. So, like I said, Jordan Brand is my friend, but I think it's disrespectful that these made number 5 and the playoffs made number 6. I think this list is, I want to recount.
So if these were 6 and the playoffs were 5, would you be okay with that?
I would be totally fine with that.
They tied, man.
They did tie. Number 5 and number 6 was tied.
They got the exact same number of votes. You feel any better?
No, not really.
But we tried, man. You can't please all these things.
I like them, but I prefer the playoffs over these. These are nice.
I can't remember.
I will say that they better have that 3M pop on them.
Exactly.
If they don't have that 3M pop on them, that's a no-go.
I can agree to that. 100.
Yeah, I will even agree to that too. Like, I'm not even a fan of the glowing feet thing in 2017. I'm a grown-ass man, but the 3M for these was definitely that extra for this
Wait,
shit.
I'm sorry.
What happened?
Sneaker has clothing line said V's Kick or Angry Man for Martin.
Sit your ass down.
Hey, sit your ass down.
Oh my God.
I like this shoe though, man. So hopefully we get these with the full 3M and everything on that. The number 4 on the list, the Gym Red 11s. As we get closer to the holiday, I imagine this is all going to slide up further on our list. These kids, what's wrong?
What are y'all doing?
No. I see the list in front of me, V's Kids. Where did you put this on your list?
V's Kids are like there's no shoe on her list that made the top 10.
I put that shoe at number 10.
Ooh, yeah. Okay.
She gave it 1 point. Everybody else was at 5 and better though. So everybody else, Dabs, where do you have this one? I know your 11 love is something sacred.
I probably had number 4 or number 5. I want to say it wasn't really my top release.
Mm-hmm.
I like the shoe. There's a couple of things I probably would have did a little differently with them. Like the Jumpman color probably would have been white. I throw some white laces on them puppies and then make the bottom red instead of having that clear icy blue bottom. But as is, I mean, come on, it's 11. It's going to be a lot, if they're readily available. They might limit these. I don't know what they're going to do with these, but it's come on, it's an all red 11. They getting copped.
KJ,
I had these as my number 1.
There's your points, people. There's your points.
I had these as my number 1. This list is totally disrespectful. I'm really gonna have to do some soul searching after this.
I keep forgetting that they did not see the list, so that's where I keep forgetting.
Yeah. So I mean, this. Go ahead.
I agree with Dabs. take the Jumpman, you make it white. I would have left the bottom as is, but to put I had these as one because I just love that color red. I just thought it was a dope 11.
This is one of those that I don't plan on copping, but it's a holiday 11, so I'm probably, as we get closer to December, the hype beast is going to grow in me, and I won't be able to deny it, even as much as I'm trying to offload the 11s I have. I do think that if the sole was black or red or any other color than that blue, and the Jumpman was white, it would be a lock for me.
Ooh, black would be dope too. That a black sole on that would have been dope.
And you can make them black. I mean, there's FBC Soul Dye, again, not sponsored. They have some soul dye that you can use to make these black, which would make that shit crazy. I would love to see the packaging on the shoe too. They're gonna throw us just all red everything on the box, the red insert. You know what I'm saying? Are we gonna maybe some red paper, just something different with the box? So the Space Jam presentation was ridiculous for a Jordan. That presentation was stupid. I'm hoping they give us a little something with this particular sneaker release. If they don't give us the leftover 72 and 10 boxes, just black with the red ring and call it a day. Because I fully expect them to do some country shit like that.
Probably so. Just like them sixes that came out this year with the maroon bottom.
Man, look here, bro.
That was country.
Number 3. This one shocked me because I didn't even have these on my initial list. Like, for me, even for the foams and the respect I have for foams and how I watch it from afar, this colorway, I was like, nope. And it's not because it's purple. I mean, remember, I got those pink Kobe's. So it's not a color thing. It's just this particular shoe doesn't do anything for purple. But I think KJ and Davs both had these ranked up high. Cadillac, why do you like these so much, other than because you're in New York?
That was so disrespectful.
I'm sorry.
This foam, number one, that eggplant foam is iconic to me. It's an iconic foam. It's a foam I've never owned. I had it in my top 3. I just think like that's a foam you have to have in your collection. You have to have that in collection. If you have foams in your collection, there's 3 foams I think you should have: a royal, an eggplant, and a copper. Those are 3 foams I feel like if you're collecting foams, you gotta have those in your collection.
Yeah, I agree with you 1,000%, not 100%, 1,000%. And the thing about it is, my very first foam was almost a copper. I tried them on, but they did not have my size at a Foot Locker. We were out of town. I forgot where we was at, another city. They still had them. Actually, they're at a lot of places. So I'm kind of waiting around for that. Maybe there'll be a price drop. Maybe it won't. So I'm waiting around. But this is why, when I seen the photos of this, and of course I remember the original eggplants to drop, I don't need the copper no more. I don't need the blue one. I need this eggplant. And for me, the price point of foams are a little out there for me. $230 for a shoe that I've heard is not very, very comfortable to wear over a certain amount of time. But this colorway alone looked like it might have that flicker in that material.
Got a little candy paint on it.
Oh my! I need these, man. These are just so retarded, bro. These are nice.
V's Kicks. I mean, I don't know if you want to comment on this.
Well, no, I think I put those like in my top 5.
Okay, you gave the grunt of pain at the beginning.
No, that was a good look.
It was a good one.
This was one of the first. Yeah, this was one of the first foams that this is the foam that actually made me like foams. And I believe the last time they probably released, coming out in GS sizes. So now I'm definitely gonna pick these up when they come out.
How do you feel about the GS sizing having that little dip at the toe? With the foams, the GS is a little bit different from the actual men sizing and how they look.
Yeah, it does look a little. It looks a little funny. It looks a little fake, but
I mean, it really bothers my wife, and that's why she hasn't. She wanted a couple of foams that came out this year, but she can't get past that little dip in the toe. Man, like it's like flat at the toe for some reason. I don't know why they do that with those shoes. They need to fix that in a hurry.
Brother Dabs OG is calling you out. He said Dabs ain't gonna buy no foams. He lying.
Who calling me out? Oh, these niggas he calling me out.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, bro. I'm purchasing them phones, man. I'm not gonna like paying for them. I'm gonna tell you that that'll be $250 after tax. I'm not gonna like the price point. I'm keeping
that's
it
the only thing. That's the only thing I don't really like about the phones because they 180 in GS, so
which is way too high in my opinion.
It's crazy.
That don't even matter. That's only $50. Well, I guess Jordans are $50 off the price, but it still seems 180 just seems really up there for a GS shoe. But it's a day one purchase because foams around here, we don't get a lot of them, so they go fairly fast. So I'll have to hunt for these.
It looks like the chat. A lot of people are saying this is going to be their first foam. So I guess again, I'm on the outskirts. It's not the purple just don't do nothing for me. You know, it's not my thing. But Ill said that's where the rent check is going. Sneaker File said that the phones are overpriced. The rent check, you know what I'm saying? Ill gonna have to double up. He's gonna have to double up this month so he can pay for those next month. College Park said that all the ladies love that eggplant. Jesus Christ. You nasty. You nasty. Jermaine Manning said these might be my first foams too. So a lot of people are feeling these, man. It looks like it's in an appropriate spot, number 3 on the list. I wish we had like a drum roll or something to get to these top 2. Anybody got a drum roll? Appreciate that. Number 2 on the list, as told by your Soli Trinity for today, or your Soli Quartet for today, the Katrina 3s. This was a no-brainer. Like when I saw these released, when we talked about this earlier in dessert, I think we talked about these like 3 times in our shows for dessert. Like we were all looking forward to these. So to see these coming in at number 2 is not a surprise. Dabs, what do you think about this particular 3?
I had them real high up on my list. That picture is not really doing that shoe justice, in my opinion. But I got you. Like a little 2K shoe. But, you know, they'll probably be limited. If they're not limited, it's a definite day one cop. It's a 3. It's simple, and plus I don't own a white cement, so this is kind of, I mean, I know it's not the white cement, but I need this in my collection. I think it's dope enough to have. I don't know the whole story regarding the Katrina. You know, I'm sure it has to do with New Orleans or whatever, but I don't know if funds were given for that. Anybody got the story on that?
Jackson.
I believe this sneaker came out to raise funds for Hurricane Katrina refugees.
Okay.
So it was, I believe it was an auction. So yeah, that's why they got the name Katrina on them. It's a very limited. It's a very, very limited. At one point, people thought it was a myth. So now to bring it to fruition, that is a shoe that has to go in the collection. That shoe is just too clean. That like if you don't have a pair of white shoes, listen. I did have a moment. Excuse me. If you don't have a white cement 3, this is the next best option.
So I don't like I said before. Do you know has there been any word about the amount that will be dropping in this particular sneaker? Probably not.
I haven't heard anything about the numbers on this one. Somebody in the chat said that there's going to be a GR, which is dope. I mean, put this shit out there. It's a great looking shoe. It's clean and simple, and man, I'm with it. I think it's dope as hell. So from the moment I heard about it, I was all in. You can't go wrong with a 3, man. So
I agree.
Can't be mad at that one. And as far as we've got now, the number 1, the top shoe, as voted on by your crew. Now, this is the one that there's controversy, right? Okay. So from what we saw, the Flip 13.
Hold on a second, Bill Jack. What is up with your pictures, man? That tongue looked like it's like squared off on the top. Man, let me see that again, man. Say something so I can see that picture.
I mean, that's the shoe right there, man. That's the shoe. What you want me to do?
Like the right shoe looks different from me. The left shoe looks different from the right shoe.
Hey, I'm not the photographer, man. The Flint 13 was high on everybody's list. Obviously, it got the most votes. It was barely above the Katrina. The Katrina and the Flint 13s obviously had the most votes because we just ranked them, right? But they were 10 away from the Eggplant Floam. So these were far and away the favorite two shoes of anybody's list. The problem is that these were listed for Labor Day, but there's no confirmed date for these. So everything we've heard is Labor Day, but it hasn't been confirmed by Nike yet. So I don't know what they look at Gone Postal. He ain't shit. I got those 98%
98% You should have got a whole photo.
He went in, man. That was shit. That was joke of the day right there. They're saying that this should be number 2. Who said that? College Park. Look, you can't speak anymore. College Park was the one that said the Eggplant. You can't talk anymore. But everybody is like, they don't like the number 1, which is what I figured. They don't like the number 1. I think they were fine with the Katrinas, but they don't like the number 1. This is the number 1 for us, man. Everybody voted this one high as hell. What do y'all think? V's Keys, what do you think about this one?
Now, this one will be a first day cop for me. Just because, like, I remember like being a kid and wanting them, and my parents like, no, you ain't getting them. So I really want to get this shoe. I think that this is the best 13 like ever, period. So way better than those playoffs. But.
How dare you?
Yeah, I agree though. I don't think they way better, but they definitely, man, these shoes. I stole these shoes back in the day.
Better.
Jesus Christ, Daz.
They used to sell baby Jordans at Shoe Carnival. I probably told the story before, but they used to sell baby Jordans at Shoe Carnival. And I wanted these shoes so bad, couldn't get them, of course. They too much money back in the day. So I stole a baby pair of these Jordans just so I can have them. You know what I mean? I like the shoe that much, and with them coming back out and probably being the GR, I cannot wait to make this a day 1 cop. I love these freaking 13s. They super fire.
I cannot confirm this for sure, but I worked at Shoe Carnival, and that might be the reason why they no longer sell Jordans like that. It's because there was no way to there was no way to keep these little ass shoes in the store. You could literally go back there and pocket pairs of these and roll out. And that was before they started doing all the security shit. So then even at that point, when you start doing security shit, these motherfuckers are small. They was walking up out of there. We had kid sizes, and they was just walking up out of there. So that's why that might be why Shoe Carnival doesn't sell J's no more. We couldn't keep up with them.
So when you was working there, you said they did carry Jordan shoes still.
When I first got there, they had the baby Jordans and they had some kids Jordan. They were already done with the men's Jordans.
Yep.
And then, you know, they tried to put them in separate spots. Like now, you know, most of these stores, if they got J's and it's not their prime shoe, they put it way in the back. So if your ass gonna walk out with these, you got to do some work. That was before stores started converting to the one on the wall shit. Shoe Carnival still has everything in the shelf. But you couldn't keep up with them. There was no way to keep Jordans at Shoe Carnival, bro. Around back to school time, it's a wrap. There's not enough security.
How in the hell is Shoe Carnival still open?
Because they sell a lot of shoes like the Nike Monarch, and that shit goes crazy. You talking about back to school? So our clientele, when I worked at Shoe Carnival, regardless of where I was single parents with multiple kids. And there's nothing you can do when you get 4 or 5 kids' shoes for $100. That's why Shoe Carnival's still open. Easy life right there. KJ, what you think about these, bro?
Dope shoe. I love the Flints. However, I wouldn't have put them at number 1. I would have put either, like I said, the Gym Red 11s or the Katrinas at number 1. These would have probably
Gym Red 11s over them?
To me, yes.
He had the 11s was his number 1 shoe, period.
Yeah. And I had Katrina's number 2. These, don't get me wrong, I love these. And I probably will get these day 1 release. but not as I wouldn't have put them as my top shoe.
There was literally one vote between these and the Katrinas. One vote. That was it. That's how close they were.
Cadillac.
Come on, Jedi, man. You copping these joints or not, man? Stop playing the game.
Yeah.
You got it. It's locked up.
I mean, for me, it's the he got game 13s and then these. Those are the top 2 13s for me. And then the breads, and then probably the playoffs.
Now, you know, there was one shoe that did not make any of our lists and any of our wild cards or, you know, extra shoes that didn't make it. Wild card? I don't know. What's that the word for it? Whatever. The Air Jordan 11 navies or the North UNCs, the blue and white joints that's coming out, that didn't even make anybody's wild card. Why is that shoe? Why does anybody like that shoe?
KJ, go first, bro.
I guess because it looks similar to a Concord. Like when you look at the picture, it's a nice shoe. Don't get me wrong. It's a nice shoe, but when I look at it, it makes me just want a Concord.
Is that a day one cop for anybody?
No, I'm not copping that shoe.
Like I wouldn't even cop it at the outlet.
I wouldn't even cop it at the outlet. I'm good.
I would cop them day one. That's easy. I would think. What about you, Kella?
I don't know. I would say no. I would say I wouldn't cop them day one.
Do you think it's a shoe that will sit, or you think that since it's it's an 11, will it be gone?
No, it's gone. It's gone.
Oh, yeah, it's gonna move.
Yeah, it's gonna move units, but for me, that would be one of those ones that I can say, I can pass on this knowing that I'm good. It's a nice shoe, don't get me wrong, but it's not an 11 that I would be like, oh, this is one I gotta have.
You know, the funniest thing about those 11s that I like the most is actually the carbon fiber, how it has the blue with the UNC blue type of hits going on the bottom. That's really the best part that I like. But some pictures I've seen, they look meh, and then other pictures I say, okay, they look okay. But I think this shoe probably would have been better with the lower patent leather, with the regular patent leather cut.
Well, I think that's kind of what Sneaker Files said it best. We've already seen 2 of the best colorways in the Navy, the gum navies and the Georgetown, which in my opinion, the Georgetown is not only the best low top, I think it might be one of the best 11s. So we've already seen 2 better colorways of the Navy. So this one is just something else. Give me the Concords. Don't give me this close almost shit. Go ahead and release the Hounds and give us Hail Day, because the day is going to be fucking death and despair. But go ahead and give us those Concords. Go ahead and release 2 million pair. They're still going to sell out. There's still not going to be enough. But just do it. Just go ahead and do it. I'm ready to fight. I might leave the house that day with some brass knucks.
What if they do the Concords with the higher patent leather? Would that bother anybody?
Bothers the hell out of me.
Like the Space Jams?
Yeah, like the Space Jams, that higher cut.
Yeah, I don't really like the higher cut on them. Yeah, I wouldn't get them again for that higher cut. If the higher cut was on them.
Did you cop the Space Jams?
Who, me?
Yeah.
Who?
Yes, I did.
But
you know what?
I was talking to V. I asked her, did she cop the Space Jams?
I didn't cop them in my size though. I copped them in a size 11.
Gotcha.
They didn't get them from me. Yeah.
Okay. What about you, Cadillac? If that Concord came with a higher cut, is that still like cop worthy, or would you have your reservations?
It's still cop worthy. I copped the Space Jams. So actually, I doubled up. Well, I tripled up on the Space Jams.
Wow. So,
yeah, I was still. If the Concords came with a little higher. Now, if it's crazy, if it's higher than the Space Jams, no.
No, I'm talking about the same. It has to be exactly the same.
If it's the same, then I'm cool with it.
Oh, I mean, I would definitely grab them, but I don't want the higher cut with the. I don't want the higher cut, man. I want the regular cut that came out with the con. That's what I want. I don't want that high cut. The high cut don't look good on everything, in my opinion. With the all black, it's kind of hard. With the Space Jams, it's kind of hard to tell. You know, it's black on black, so it's, you know, it's not in your face. But when you got that white along with the blue or white along with the black, then you can really see how high cut it is. But it would still be a cop. I'm almost a slave to 11 mids. I'm not a fan of lows anymore, but with the mids, I gotta grab them.
That's why I think these, you know, even though we've seen a lot of shoes sit, I think the mids, you can't do an 11 mid wrong. It's not going to matter, bro. There's a special place for that shoe. It's just going to move. You could damn near come out with a wheat 11 with wheat patent leather. That shoe's going to be ugly as shit, but it'll sell out. It'll sell out.
I mean, the blue one, I don't know. My definition of sitting is, I mean, I can't say, oh, they don't move all the units in one day. That's not saying, to me, sitting is, okay, they got to lower the price. So I don't think any 11 will ever sit. But, you know, maybe the blue ones will be the first one, but I highly doubt it.
Well, that 11 low is sitting. That one that just dropped.
The black one, the Baron.
Yeah.
I guess I was more or less talking to mid. 11, so even the closing ceremonies, they sat for a little while, but I don't think they went on sale. These Barons actually went on sale, and so did those UNCs.
Yeah, so, but you're right. The mids, I don't think the mids will ever be one of those situations. It's just too much of an iconic shoe. And there's people collecting those, even for ones they're not going to wear. They're just going to keep collecting those joints. Concords will sell more units than Space Jams. Absolutely, Jermaine Manning. I think, like, one of the things people forget is how important that fucking Concord was, bro. Like, you don't – people that weren't sneakerheads, like, that shoe is just blew the roof off. Like, hey, man, I can't even verbalize – how fucking amazing that shoe was for culture.
See, exactly. That's what I'm talking about. When a lot of us, when we look at shoes because it brings you back to a time in your life. It brings you back to a period. Mm-hmm. Those Concords bring me back to like 95, 96 when Allen Iverson had them on with the Kente shorts at Georgetown. You know, those bring you back to those days when Michael wore them against Orlando in the playoffs, and you were like, yo, what are those? And Ahmad Rashad had them on the sideline. Those shoes bring up those type of memories. So, like, yeah, don't get me wrong. Space Jams is an iconic shoe, but the Concords is the shoe that we saw where we said, damn, I need those.
Mm-hmm.
When we first saw that shoe, it was a wrap.
Jordan Brand was kicking ass. Jordan Brand was already kicking ass, but that 11 just made it like damn. It's like they went × 2 with it and they went real stupid. That I had the original Concords. Then I had them the second time they came around as well. The third time they came around, I didn't buy them. I wasn't collecting them. But that first time I had them, hooped in them, blew them up. Second time, hooped in them, blew them up. And that's what it takes me to, man. Actually watching Mike just destroy people. Me and my young self destroying people on the basketball court with them Concords on. You know what I'm saying? It was something about it.
Was that a humble brag? Was that a humble brag? You were destroying cats?
Man, I did what I had to do, but I'm telling you, even if I wasn't destroying anybody, with those Concords on your feet, you was destroying people just by having them on. You feel what I'm saying? I could not. You ever heard Concords? You don't got to score a damn basket, but you got the Concords on.
You ever heard of that phrase? You look good, you play good.
Exactly.
When you had a pair of Concords on, and this is back when you wore your shoes to hoop in, when you put on a pair of Concords and you got on the court, you felt like Mike. You felt like AI. You felt like I'm going to kill anybody who's in front of me because I got these J's on. I don't got any J's on. I got these 11s on. The icy bottom. And I believe this was the first Jordan with the translucent bottom, wasn't it?
I think, was it a 5? Was it a 5?
No, the 5. The 5 was the first one. But this one was like, when you looked at it, when you saw it for the first time and you looked at that translucent bottom on that shoe, when you saw it on Michael, you wanted that shoe. And when you got that shoe, it was a wrap. You felt like you could have the most shittiest game out there. You felt like, I'm about to score 50 right now.
That
I'm about to score 50.
That shoe was so dope to me. It made me buy bullshit shoes because it had patent leather on there. You know what I'm saying? Because like I would rock like, and I ain't gonna say bullshit, but they blatantly was copying off of Jordan and what he did. Fila came out with patent leather shoes, patent leather on their shoes. When Jordan had started, then Reebok started doing their Reebok workout classics with the patent leather with the clear bottoms. Everybody jumped on that bandwagon, but they could not replicate it like Mike did it with the white canvas or the nylon, whatever that shit is on the top, ballistic mesh, excuse me. But then the patent leather, like people was wearing that to get married in, man. But that shit was just it's ridiculous to me, man.
Hell, Boys the Men was singing R&B songs in the shoe.
Yes, they was, man.
Real talk. When my caddy, I had a 95 Cadillac that got totaled out the year it was time to renew the plate. I was so mad. Got totaled out. When I went to Progressive so they could give me my check, I had on my Concords. It was the only thing that kept me smiling when they destroyed my baby. That was it. I was like, shit, this is like, and it was planned. I was like, look, I gotta feel good about getting this bad news. That was literally how I did it. And I got that check and I felt okay because when I walked out of there and my car was gone, I could look down at my Concords and feel all right. But goddamn, man. That's real. Give us those Concords, please, Nike. If you're watching the show, because I know you're watching, give us those Concords, man. Just give us. We already know it's gonna be people shot. Hey, look, some of these people got to go. Some of these people are just taking up space anyway. Some people got to go. Give us the Concords, man.
Need that.
Need that, man. But that was our countdown list, man. I know that a lot of the chat didn't like a lot of these picks. They didn't like where things land up, but it's a top 10 list. Like if there's ever a top 10 list where everybody agrees with it, that list is bullshit.
I agree 100.
Do we have any more dessert for dinner?
No more dessert. That was it for dessert for dinner. Let's get into the bill. And y'all gonna clown me on one of the shoes, but I don't know, man. I think Illa Ills in the chat might feel me on one of the shoes. But let me go ahead and pull it up for the family so we all can see it. This is the pickups for this week, or the sneaker releases within the bill. Sorry, a second while I pick that up there. So the first one we got is the Nike Air More Up Tempo. That's the Scottie Pippen pair. This is actually going to have the Scottie Pippen branding towards the back of the shoe. They're supposed to come out July 6, 2017. Don't hold me to that. That's what the sneaker app said. They're supposed to be 160. Anybody copping or dropping? Are we gonna wait on them? What's up?
Look, V's Kicks had the only up tempo that I saw that I really was interested in, and it's the navy with the gum sole. Everything else, stop it with these fucking up tempos. Stop it.
Yeah, they're coming out with a lot of them. That's the one thing that's the one thing that's killing me is that they're coming out with so many of them. I think they're supposed to have like a GS pair coming out later on this year, a wheat pair. It's once they figure out that people like something, then they just go full throttle on keeping and releasing the shoes, and they don't know that that's really hurting them. In my opinion, you're hurting the silhouette. Just relax, Nike. Relax. You know what I'm saying? Relax.
Yeah, I think you hit it right on the head. They are saturating the market with these up tempos and all these different Crayola colors. It's ridiculous. You got the navy with the gum bottom. You got these. You got the Supreme joints. You got another. I think I saw an iridescent color that's supposed to be coming out later on in the year. There's so many of these, and the only ones everybody is feeling is either the red and white ones, the Olympic ones, or the black ones.
That's it. And that's all you had to do. Like, I hear you for having variety and options and shit, but come on, man. Get this big ass ugly shoe out of here, bro. So this is the first one that you put the Pippen branding on. Pippen deserved better. You know what I mean? In other words, if this is gonna be what you do for the entire year 2017 is bring these back, then bring Pippen back in some sort of way. You like match him up to the releases, but you just bringing these shoes out, man. Anyway, bro, y'all treating these Pippins like there was no Jordan and Pippen was there the whole time.
Yeah, man. And then definitely, am I still there? Okay, I'm sorry. Yeah, definitely. To me, they're going to do the same thing with those Deion Sanders. I think that came out, and in which they don't have the Deion Sanders branding. You're going to see a whole bunch of colorways of those too. They just, the Nike get on the roll, and like Cadillac says, it's just oversaturation to the max, which is, you know, is unfortunate.
Yeah.
See what we got up next. Air Jordan 5 flight suit or red suede. I guess they changed the name to flight suit. They're coming out this Saturday. I hope that's the right day. That might be the wrong. Yeah, it's the right day. This Saturday, July 1st, 2017, 190. I'm going back and forth on these joints for some reason. I really want to see them in hand. That'll be the deciding factor on how they feel. I know Foot Locker gonna get mad at me. Well, you coming, but you ain't gonna buy. You know, they. Let me tell you something about Foot Locker, y'all. I don't know if y'all have experienced this, but right now, man, every time I go into Foot Locker, they are really hounding the brother. You know what I'm saying? They are like, well, this. I came in there, I was like, yo, like, oh, you need any help? Like, yeah, okay, cool. What's up? What's going on? Whatever. All right, so this dude's following me. Well, these are NMDs. Oh, this is a Jordan. I'm like, motherfucker, I got all this shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, this dude is explaining to me what every silhouette is, and he's 19, 18 years old. Like, I got this shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm just in here to see what I don't have. Leave me alone, in other words. But they are hounding a brother every time I go in there. For some reason, these shoe stores are feeling some pressure. Have y'all experienced that?
Yeah, the Foot Locker that I like in Austin, I don't go back no more because the dude hounds me so much, and they always hound me for shit they don't have. So I'm like, why are you trying so hard? You got this in the 13. Nope, but we got this. But I don't. If you don't get this fucking shoe on my face, what about this in the 13? You got this? No, man, we got the 12 though. You want to try the 12? No. I know what I wear in that shoe. So like, I feel like I'm just telling him no, but I can't help it, man. Y'all ain't got the shit I want. So I don't go back there because of that reason. Like, y'all doing the most. Y'all doing the most.
Listen, there's a Jordan store on 34th Street here in the city. I don't go to that shit simply because they will try to push sizes on you that you don't even wear. I went in there to try to look for the Ginger 4s, and I was like, yo, you got these in 13? Nah, brother. We got these in the 14 and the 15. You want to try them on? What? What am I going to do with a 15? They run a little tight, though. What? Like, nah, I'm good, bro. I'm good. You sure you don't want to try them on? Just try them on real quick. I'm going to go downstairs, and I'm going to go get it, and I'm going to come back upstairs to you. You try them on, you're going to be good money, and I'm going to take you to the register. Now, what you going to do is get the hell out of my face, and I'm going to walk out this door because I'm not putting on no 15 so you can get your little commission.
Bro.
Like, nah. You make me – this is why I shop online.
Dude, does anybody on the panel, have y'all had any other Kobe's, the Kobe 11s?
No.
All right, so the Kobe 11 has a drop sole. Matter of fact, let me grab one of these bad boys. So this is the Kobe 11 sole. Right. You see how thick this shit is?
Right.
So it obviously you have to wear the right size. You probably have to go up a size. So in the Kobe 11s, I actually wear a 14. We don't have a 14. We don't have a 13, but we got a 12. And you know how I know the 12 will fit? If you take out the sole. What the fuck is the point? That's the shoe.
That's the cushion.
You might as well just put on socks.
Don't they have Zoom in it?
The Elite do. I don't know if these have Zoom. This is the Lunar line, so these don't have the Zoom. Okay. But there's no sole. There's no bottom of the shoe.
You're on the ground.
Yeah. He was like, we can give you one of our insoles. I'm like, nigga, that's the shoe. Why the hell would I do that? No, I don't want a 12 if you take the sole out.
I actually do got a pair of those, but I can't wear them. That's why I wasn't even thinking about them because I went and got my size. I didn't try them on. And that shit is tight as hell. Like, I can't even do it.
Yeah, it is. You literally have to go up a size. So that's how they do you, Caddy. They be like, hey, man, any kind of way we can get you in the shoe. I mean, you don't even need that pinky toe, bro.
Exactly. And I'm like, no, I want to keep my pinky toe. I want to keep the whole toe and the nail. Don't do this to me. Don't be like, hey, bro, listen, I know you wear 13, but I got this 11 and a half. Try this on real quick. Take your socks off, and I guarantee you it'll fit. Bro, you know what? Who hired you? Whose man's is this? Like, no.
Hold on, did you say the whole toe and the nail?
The whole toe and the nail.
You're stupid.
You ever have a shoe so tight where you got to wiggle your toe just to get some room? And you kick in the back of your heel, and you like, I just need about an inch. This shoe just needs to be 12 3/4. That's all I need.
Hey, it's real talk. What you got else for us, Davs?
All right, we got let's see here. The Wutta SB Dunks, the Nike SB Dunk High Premium Wutta. They come out July 5th. 150 was the price point. I know for me, it's definitely a pass. I can see why somebody would really want these though, but for me, it's a definite pass. The price point, they went up a little bit. Usually their premium highs are like 120, but they're trying to fish out another $30. Does that bother y'all in any way, or is this shoe just not on the radar?
I wouldn't pay that price for it. I wouldn't pay that price for it. It's nice, but you said they trying to get 150 for it. Nah.
What about you, Jedi? You're a fan of those dunks?
I am a fan of dunks. That is a very loud dunk. I don't know. I'm on the fence. I want to see him in hand. I saw somebody do a YouTube video on them, and it looks interesting. They got 3 different materials on them. It's like canvas, leather, and suede.
Okay.
It's from some designer. It's an artist rendition of a Wutta. So it's kind of a cool, but it's very loud. Like, I don't know. I don't know if I'm gonna cop that or not. I'm on the fence.
Cadillac?
That's a no from me, dog.
And it's a Randy Jackson voice. Dog, that's a pass, dog.
Nah, these are a no for me. I mean, they look different, but they're not my cup of tea.
Nah, I can agree to that. We have the Nike KD10 fingerprint. They come out this Saturday, supposedly. I guess you can also call these the Oreos. I don't think it's a terrible looking shoe, but it's a definite pass at that price. I like the fly knit and then the laces that go with that. That's actually kind of dope, but that all white bottom just throws them all the way off for me. Is this in anybody's radar?
I don't like the KD10s at all, bro. It looked like a rabbit's foot, like I said before. I'm not a fan.
Yeah, it's doing a little bit too much for me. Like, and I definitely don't like that white bottom. Like, nah. Maybe if they go to the outlet, and I can get them for like $30, maybe.
$30, good.
Damn,
Jesus.
You might as well wait till they go to
Beef Kicks is the Russian judge.
She's like, I might pick them up if y'all give it to them for free. Like, God damn.
I get them if they hit Plato's Closet.
If you pay me 110, I'll take it.
Jeez Louise. Okay. Cadillac?
No, I'm good on these. To me, these are just an updated version of the KD9s. And I didn't like the KD9s that much, so you can keep these.
Yeah, I can see that for sure. There were other notable releases that came out today. The Jordan Converse pack. They came out with a litany of PSNY Air Jordans, but only the wheat pair came out domestically. Cadillac what's going on, Cadillac, man? Did you try to swing for those?
Can I go into a Stephen A rant for like 1 second?
Do your thing, man.
Okay, so like I said, Jordan Brand is my friend. So I tried to get the PSNY wheats through that sneaker stash, whatever you want to call it, on the sneakers app. And I'm going to explain to you why you will not get it. And the reason why you will not get it is something called GPS spoofing. GPS spoofing is when you can take a jailbroken iPhone or any phone and put in coordinates for a GPS that you're nowhere near. So basically what happened is when it popped up on my phone, and I was like, should I do this? And I'm looking at it, and it was 100% because they tell you what percentage is left. I'm looking at it's 100%. 2 minutes later, that joint was at 74. Another 2 minutes later, that joint was at 38. And I'm like, I know damn well people wasn't just there. And then the next spot is nowhere near the first spot. And I'm in New York. I'm in New York City. I work in the city. So I know, okay, it takes a good 20 minutes or 15 minutes by train to get here. And it takes me 15 minutes by train to get to the next spot, which was in the Lower East Side. By the time I walked to the train station, that bad boy was sold out. It's a 3-minute walk to the train station.
Wow.
And then the next spot was at Terminal 23. And I'm like, well, everybody who's at 34th Street waiting at Foot Action and Foot Locker, that's a wrap.
Mm-hmm.
So, and then when you looked on Twitter and everything, there was people in Western Pennsylvania who were like, I got a pair. Yeah. And I'm like, what? So I'm like, yo, what Nike needs to do, go back to like when they did the sneakers app, they gave out these metal key tags, like these metal keychains that had a serial number. And the only way you could get it, they put a clue on Twitter. Like say they used a song from the 90s, like a hip hop song, like a Tribe Called Quest song, and they had a clue where they might have said a location. Like say if they said back in the days on the Boulevard of Linden, you had to go to Linden Boulevard, like, okay, where do I have to go? And it'd be like, you had to go to Linden Boulevard and meet them there. And they gave you the keychain with the serial number. And then you downloaded the app, you put in the serial number, and then you had access. I would go back to that rather than do this stash and have people out here looking like they're looking for Charizard and Pikachu, looking crazy, spinning around in circles. Like, it's ridiculous.
Goodness, that is crazy. It's always going to be a workaround to what anything they're going to do. People are going to try to cheat the system and work their way around it. We already know how that goes. We got a couple more releases, then we're going to shut this thing down. Nike PG1 White Ice, Nike Zoom LeBron Soldier Bread. There's a OG Nike Air Max 2 up tempo coming out, and this is gonna be the last shoe that I want to show because this is one Illa Ills. I think he's gonna like this one, and I'm actually surprised that I like it. You guys probably will hate it. Now I'm not saying I'm gonna buy it, but let's show this real quick and then we'll get up out of here. The Reebok Insta Pump Fury Ultra Knit OG. They come out, supposed to come out this Saturday. I don't know why I like these joints for some reason. I think they dope. And I usually hate this silhouette. I think it's something about that collar around the ankle that really makes these dope to me. What do you guys think?
Judging by Beard's face, it's a no from him, dog.
What the fuck, bro?
I don't know why, man. I don't know why I like these.
I hate.
Oh, why either?
I hate the Fury silhouette. Like, it's one of the most hated shoes for me. I hate it. And those are ugly as shit, bro. Hell no. Where's Illa Ills to have your back on this one?
College Park 81 says, I would rock those now. How about that?
College Park also brought up the eggplant reference.
Like, seriously though, like this is like the worst shoe ever. Like, I don't even know why anybody like you couldn't even pay me to wear that shoe. Like, no.
The Fury is when you buy them. I'm furious that you want to buy them, motherfuckers.
Yeah, I mean, if they come down in price, because there's actually been a couple of Fury lights that I was contemplating getting. The Fury lights don't got this crazy sole. I think that's what really sets this thing apart. Is that chunky, red? I don't know what the hell is up with that sole in the shoe, but man, I like it, man. I think it's kind of dope.
I got to reference. With Buckeye City Soul's permission. I got to reference their great gas ass a pass, ass. Big Sean style. Those are terrible, bro. If you get those and wear those to sneaker con, I'm not standing next to you. You got to ride in the car.
Well, you got to confirm if you're going to sneaker con first.
My boss has to confirm.
Brother.
My boss has to give me the time off. That'll be my last 20 hours of vacation.
Before y'all go on, the great OG Sneaker said this is a day one cop, and he's sick because him and Dabs agree.
What, on the Furies?
Nah, I don't think he talking about the Furies, is he?
Is it? Is he talking about the Furies?
He can't be talking about the Furies, bruh.
I hope not.
One collector. No.
OG, let us know. You talking about the Furies?
We definitely not ignoring you. You know how this show works. It's hard to run the chat and do the show. But it can't be those. It can't be those. It look like Legos.
It look like a Lego. Wow. College Park, they can't see it. Dabs, they can't see it. Y'all don't see it.
Look like some Ghostbuster shit. Furies of trash. Am I going to sneaker con? I'm trying to get the time off work. If I get the time off work, I'm there. If I get time off work and we ain't got to stand in line for 9 weeks, I'm there. I saw the San Diego one. That shit was crazy. I wouldn't. Let me say this. If the Atlanta line is like that San Diego line, nope, y'all won't see me at sneaker con. Y'all see me outside of sneaker con in Atlanta. Y'all might catch me at the Blue Flame, but no.
I'm telling you, we coming down there. I'm telling you, all I need is the confirmation from Beer Jedi, and I'm set. That ticket's being bought that day. As soon as I get that confirmation, you know what I'm saying? We're gonna go down there. It's a lot of time. Go down there, do a lot of sneaker shopping. You know what I'm saying? Do a lot of sneaker shopping, and then do a lot of sneaker shopping. You know, we gonna meet up, man. We gonna meet up. There's a lot of people down there that really mess with us. So that'd be kind of dope.
Talking about we ain't giving no love to the chat. He still ain't answered the question. Are you talking about the Furies, sir?
He's still trying to get that Snickers in him. That's all that is, man. He's still trying. Somebody gave him the Snickers with the almond in it. He allergic to almonds.
Sneakerheads closing. I said no line. Okay, that's what's up. As soon as I get the word from my boss, I will let you and Dabs and the fam know that I'm in there. Dabs just said your blood sugar must be low.
What I do? Oh,
I don't know.
Oh, because probably picking that shoe. Maybe that's what it is.
Yeah.
Oh,
we done hit the 2 hour mark, man. So it's about time for us to wrap it up, sir.
Let's do that.
So we'll let V's Kicks go first. Let them know where to find you and give you shout outs and all that good stuff.
All right, again. So my YouTube channel is V's Kicks, and you can follow me on Instagram, V_low, LOW. And also hit me up on Snapchat, V_low, LOWE. So yeah, that's it. Thanks to all you guys that rock with me. Check out my last video doing a nice little giveaway for you guys. And shout out to 804, Pain 82, all those guys who really support and rock with me. Big shout out to those guys.
That's what's up.
That's what's up, Cadillac Jackson. You want to sign out for the people, bro?
Yeah, it's your boy Cadillac Jackson, Gerald Levert's long lost son. I appreciate y'all for having me on here as always. The greatest show on YouTube. You definitely know that. You can find me on Instagram at Cadillac_Jackson. You can find me on YouTube on my YouTube channel, Cadillac Jackson. Definitely a dope show tonight. Once again, appreciate y'all for having us on. Shout out to the chat, the family, greatest family on YouTube, greatest family on Instagram. Appreciate each and every one of y'all.
Man, oh man. Let me go ahead and let you close it out, Beer Jedi, man. First off, we definitely gotta thank our brothers in arms, the Sneaker Box Podcast. Now they're broadcasting on Saturdays at 11. They actually had a special broadcast at 9 o'clock this week, but I think they're supposed to be on at 11 every Saturday. Sneaker Files Podcast. You can check them out on iTunes, or that's what I usually check them out on iTunes. I'm sure they got other formats on Android that you can check them out. And then the Monday Midsole, they got a lot of different content that you can get some good sneaker talk from. So go ahead and check out all these different formats of sneaker talk. Check out Jumpman Bostic. He got something going on as well, in which he had an element. He got a GoFundMe going for that element. So be sure to check that out. Check out that GoFundMe and try to support that. You know, every little bit counts. And I just want to thank the chat as well. Thank you, V-Kicks and Cadillac Jackson, for not only helping us out today, but just supporting week by week. We really appreciate you guys and appreciate you guys' support. So that's it.
No problem.
Yes, no problem at all, bro.
And y'all know who it is, man. It's your man Kick Ross, a.k.a. Shoe Rosenhaus, a.k.a. the Sneaker Maharaja, a.k.a. Montel Kictavious, Porter the MVP. We'll holler at y'all next week, man. Another episode. OG, we holding you down, man. He's saying that I missed the shoe. Did anybody see the shoe?
Wait. We almost forgot. You got to hit. Somebody got to do the, as always, it's your boy. Oh, these sneakers.
Finish it up.
One love. We miss you, OG.
We out, guys. Peace.
We out. Peace.